Kristine Meek, who was born here in Naples and grew up here. We met at NCH, our local hospital, while we were pregnant with our boys, who were actually then born on the same day, Jacob William and John William. I actually stole your anesthesiologist, so needless to say, we've been great friends since. I think it was fate.
Yeah.
So Kristine runs the Harmon Meek Art Gallery with her sister and parents. She grew up in the art industry, taking a brief step away after college to be, of all things, a marine biologist playing with dolphins in Chicago and D.C., which I think is awesome. You then moved back here after your adventures in the big city to help run this gallery. So Naples was always this major bustling metropolis, right? Starbucks on every corner and spreading out towards Immokalee, or probably not.
Well, Naples, when the family business that our gallery is started in 1964, and both my parents graduated from Naples High School. And they'll tell you how across from Naples High School was just woods, and it was such a big deal when we finally got a McDonald's, and we finally got up to Coastland Mall, our own shopping center. But even when this town only had about 5,000 people, which is what the Naples Zoo gets in on a free Sunday, the Collier Free Sunday has about 5,000 people come. Well, the city of Naples only had about 5,000 people in the 60s and 70s, and even back then, there was still a cultural essence to living here. There's more than just golf and the sunshine and the beach. There's also culture. And there's a national magazine that did the top 10 art collectors in America, and 2 of them actually lived in Naples. And this was in 1970.
Wow.
That's Joseph Hirshhorn and Marion Bradley. Marion Bradley's, her collection became the Milwaukee Museum of Art. And Joseph Hirshhorn, the Hirshhorn Sculpture Gardens and Gallery and the Washington National Mall. And that was before he had donated to the Smithsonian, so no one really knew who he was in town, but he'd come into the gallery when my dad was just starting out, and he'd buy 20 works by a particular artist, and he'd go up to other clients and say, "You should buy this artist." It was really fun.
So he was really
my dad talks very
promote
fondly of him. Yeah, he was great, and that's the reason why people came here from Chicago and New York and from Minneapolis, was because there was culture here too.
Mm-hmm.
And and actually because of our season being really January to Easter. Now it's November to May, but historically it was January to whenever Easter fell.
Right.
But because of that season being the winter season, we would actually have art exhibits here at the Harmon Meek Gallery that would then go to Manhattan for exhibitions in their spring. So clients would see the art before New Yorkers got to, and so it was really fun. That was back when we had Alexander Calder and Andrew Wyeth, and today we have Hans Slonim and Robert Kipnis and Adolf Dane too. So we still have American masters here, and people don't really think about this small little, actually historically fishing village is what they would classify us, on the edge of the Everglades. But we always had this art center.
Nice. So was Naples High School the only high school here when your parents were in high school?
Well, Everglades City existed. Everglades City was bought and owned by Baron G. Collier, and it was actually a company town for what he had.
Everglades City was?
Yes.
Oh,
so it's actually, if you drive through Everglades City today, and I recommend it actually, great Collier County Museum there. There's a neat old country store that's been there for over 100 years, but it's a grid, and it was laid out to be this metropolitan that never happened because of the Great Depression.
Wow, that's really interesting. I didn't realize that. We've been to the Rod and Gun Club,
Right.
which I know is famous down there.
Yep.
But that's crazy. So your parents went to Naples High School, you went to Naples High School,
Yep.
and
I bought a Naples High School zone, so maybe in 15 years my son will be there.
So John
too.
will maybe go there as well. That's awesome. Was Baron Collier High School here as well?
Baron Collier was here when I was in high school.
Okay.
When my mom was in high school, my mom's 4 years younger than my dad. When my mom was in high school, she only had to go half days because there was not enough room for the students because they hadn't yet built Lely. Lely came in and then Baron Collier after that. And when I was in high school, it was before they built Golden Gate High School and Gulf Coast High School, and we were mostly in trailers in the parking lot. The parking lot was all just portables.
Yeah,
and
because Gulf Coast High School now is really big.
It is really
I think
big.
it's one of the bigger high
So
schools.
it's really grown. It's interesting because people don't, still to this day, don't think about this as a community that people raise children in.
Right.
But there's more children here than ever before.
I know, it's actually really great. You know, when we first moved here, I thought, oh, it didn't seem like there was families. And then all of a sudden, we had a child, and now it's like we know so many families, and of all different types. I mean, all different incomes, all different just where people live, and it's really a great place because there's a lot of interconnectivity as far as knowing different people, but you know, it just seems like it really is a great place to raise kids.
It's definitely still a small town and a tight community once you get here and get involved.
Yes, yes. I think that's what we noticed, especially once we got involved with Rotary down here, which I know your dad was involved with as well at one point. It just, all of a sudden you realized, even though it can seem like a city at times, it really is a small town. And the people who live here full-time definitely all kind of know each other or know someone who knows someone else.
Yeah, there's 6 degrees of separation.
I know, definitely.